Hello everyone, welcome to Cornflower Crafts. My nickname is Corn, and I was up here working on some Easter embellishments and thought y'all might want to join me. But first I'm going to show you what I'm working on in case you might not be interested. We've got these three little, I've got three that have the lace covered background or oval. My ovals, I'm using the Spellbinder's nesting die. These ovals right here. I got that years ago. I'm pretty sure it was on clearance back in the day. And so you've got the dark pink paper polka dots or cardstock, and then over it is lace, and then the little vintage bunny in a bow tie, and some applique, and a cut off applique here. We've got this one, same thing, cardstock, lace, vintage image, and then applique. And then the third one, and the ones with the lace background, is this one with then a little bow punch, which is this that I got from Tuesday Morning many moons ago. And then a little Jimmy in the center. Okay, we can put those over here. And then I did this one with the black and white rabbit. I thought it might be fun to do the black and white polka dot cardstock, then the image, then the white leaves and the black flower at the top. This is cut from trim from Hobby Lobby, and the white leaves are from trim from Hobby Lobby also, but years ago. Then we've got this one, which I did some stenciling in the background. And I used the distressed ink and old paper. And again, the image, and of course went around it in the vintage photo. And of course, to match, I did the old paper and that. And then cut from a trim that I see as an applique. And then this one, same thing as cutting here. These leaves did come from Hobby Lobby. In their floral section, they had those that you cut off trim, but it was in the floral section. I thought they would look good with the ribbon around the bunny's little neck. And then, let me get this, because it's still drying. I've got it on the radiator. Then this one, I stenciled the background, and I did all the stenciling in the vintage photo. And then these little flowers, instead of me making them, those were made by Hobby Lobby. And then they put tiny little wooden beads in the center. And they're darling, and they look perfect with this. But they stand out quite a bit. So if I put this in a journal or a card that's going to be mailed or something like that, I would much rather have, a different center. So I used the liquid pearls and brass. Oops, I was out of frame. Sorry, guys. And brass, okay? Alrighty. And to me, the way I did the stenciling came out in the background, I think it looks like a giraffe. I looked at that and I was like, oh, okay. Okay, let me put that back on the radiator. I also, as you see, did some die cutting here and did some die cutting here, but this is for a future video where I did some die cutting, and then I went ahead and placed it on, the white ones on gray paper for like shading, These guys, aren't they cute? And then on the brown ones, the craft paper, I went ahead and did a darker brown. I put up against it a real dark brown, but it didn't look good. And I will show you one thing, but like I said, for the future, I'll be doing another video for that. But did a little journaling card where this is Stamperia paper. I love the pansy. How sweet is that pansy? And then with this one, I had just placed it on the cardstock, this die cut, and I was like, I can see through it. So I took one of my Tombow markers in the darker brown and just went in each little section to do that. And I haven't put the eye in yet. And then I just gathered some lace, very narrow lace. As you see, I don't know what I did with my gathering, but right here, because you know you hand sew it, I should have had this over a little bit more, but I still like it. And then cut off from lace just little tiny, and lavender and green, little tiny pieces of the lace. So just to give you an example of some of the stuff I'll be doing with them. And let's do something together. Okay. So again, but this is what I do. I put everything around me. This one, because if I get it up close, maybe you can see it. The background with this rabbit has pale pink flowers with just a little bit of dark pink. So I took the worn lipstick and I did my stenciling behind it on there. And as you can see, these images were meant to be tagged. So you see the little, white spot, hole, white circle here to punch out. But I wanted them, well, tags are ephemera too, but I want them to be this kind of ephemera. So I got some trim. I think that was Hobby Lobby as well, with these guys. Y'all remember these? They're white, but as we've discussed before, that's wonderful to get white flowers or white items so that you can get out your distress oxides and inks and just have fun. And so what I did already is this is the spun sugar, believe it or not. You can very lightly, if you want to keep them super pastel, very lightly do it. Or if you want to do a little bit of shading with a darker, you know what I mean, by just keep going on, do the outside of your dauber, if you use daubers. And that's what's giving me this shading. And then we're going to do this last one together, because I work on so many little things. I cut up my mat. And this we're going to do in the worn lipstick. And if you're concerned, let me see, do I have a dirty kind of, this is ink on this, but if you're concerned about getting it too dark, you know what I mean, you can kind of dab it off on something else first. I want it darker, but I don't want it too dark. And yes, if you have fingernails, you will get them all nice and inky. Mine look dreadful, but that's okay. What happens with my fingernails is if I start working on anything, could be here or on the house or whatever, all of a sudden they just break. They just break off. That's always been the case though. That's nothing new. So did you guys have a nice St. Patty's Day? Did you celebrate or did you stay home? We stayed home. Let's see here. Okay, do I want it darker or not? Let me see it with these guys. Yeah, because it's starting to look kind of like them. Yeah, we need a little bit darker. Oh yeah, that's better. As you know, with distress inks, you can, you know, if you're like, too dark, you can put the water to it and dry them off. You can even scrunch them up while they're wet. Give them lots of dimension. You all already know all that, though. Okay. Now, let's see. What do we have here? Oh, much. Yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah. Much better. Much, much better. Okay. Oops. Alrighty. And I will clean that off. Well, let me see. Can I clean it off now? Kind of. Okay. Now, I put on the appliques and everything and the trim and stuff with Fabri-Tac. Yeah, let me see here. Ooh. I've got everything piled up over here. That's not pretty. So, are you all working hard on Easter projects? And I'll be honest with you all, I had tuned in to Jovi's live that she had a few days back, and I was like, oh, you know, this is fun. And you know, one thing I do when I get on a live, and I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but a lot of people don't think when they go on to the live, or other videos for that matter, to click on the thumbs up. You know, it's right there. Just to click it on, it really does help the channel. It does. But a lot of people are just so excited because, you know, you get to say what you want on a live and interact with so many other creators and everything. And I can say this, Jovi is such a lovely hostess. She includes everybody. She'll stop working and, well, as she said, there's a delay, you know, a little bit of a delay in the video, and she'll write in the comments, you know, hi, you know, welcome. And I'm a very, very sweet hostess. And y'all might enjoy that video, that live. Let me see. Do I want that there, or trying to go down there? But she had said, you know, Easter is the end of March. And I giggled because I thought, oh, God love her. It can't be. You know what I mean? No, I'm serious. I thought it just can't be. That's way too soon. And everybody was saying, oh, really? You know, a little bit surprised like me. And yeah, it is. She's right as rain. And she said, I just can't believe it. It snuck up on us. And I was like, boy, did it sneak up on me. I had all of these things I wanted to do, excuse me, before Easter. And I was like, what? It shocked me because I thought I had, 2 weeks after that. But nope. No. And we've got these guys. See, we've got some dimension up here. We might not need to put it up quite that much. As you know, Fabri-Tac will let you scoot things around for a little while. Oh, yeah. I like that. So for our centers, we can do one of 3 things. We can put the liquid pearls, which would bring up the bunny's fur. Or we could do, I pulled out these diamond dots that I got, remember, for 50-some cents at Joann's in their clearance section. We could do those. Or we could do the stickles, or we could do little gems or what have you. I do have some, as you saw, some tiny ones too. Well, for one thing, let's just look. We can't just look at the liquid pearls because that's not going to happen. I don't know about you, but Diamond Dots and I've got these large hands, and I'm thankful for them. Not complaining. Love my hand, but you know what I mean. It's sometimes difficult to, well, they will fit in the center. I don't know if I'm liking that too much. I don't think so. Let me see, with stickles, a lot of times I do the clear, this one's called Stardust, but you know what I mean, more, the glitter is clear, but you see just a little bit in the centers. I'll do this a lot. This I got in like a 3-pack. I can't believe I'm still using it if you want to go with pollen, but I think that would clash very much there. Maybe just, well, let's see over here. As you know, I also use, look how ratty this is, y'all. This I've had for like 6 years or something from Dollar Tree. When you get these, and a lot, instead of me using them as strips, which they're darling as strips, but as you can see, I take off the little tiny ones and then the middle and medium-sized ones and use them. But I think that tiny one's going to be too tiny and the medium one's going to be too big. But you never know how you look, do you, until you try. Okay. Let's see. First off, let's just see at the medium, since they're easy to take off. And since they look like daisies, I think you can get away. What do y'all think? Can we get away with the medium? And as you see, I didn't use any, because a lot of times I'll have leaves here, here, and here, but I like the way they look just like they are. Should we do them? Or, because the small one's too small, I can tell. I don't even have to try that. Or should we try, let's see what else we've got in here. Does this have a medium? No. This doesn't have a medium one. Does this one? No. Well, yeah, maybe. Let's see what we can get out of this one. It's not going to be as big as that, but let's see here. Let's try this one. Oops. Might be out of frame. Get back in frame, Gorn. Ooh, oh. Oh, I like that. I like that. Well, hold on. Let's do this. Let's put that one there. And then 2 of these. Gee, I keep taking them, look. Okay. Let's try that. Oh, yeah. Oops. Here goes the little one. Where did it go? Oh, I see it. Let's put it up here with all the others. Yeah, I kind of, y'all agree? Does that look good? Because these 2 different colors are the same. And then, yeah, let's do that. Okay. So see, this is a great deal. If you use them that way, it is a great deal. And I always thought the little teardrop ones would be cute if you had like a little know me on the front of a card, or your little girl or little boy or whatever, and a little teardrop coming down with a sad face saying, I'm sorry, you're sick, or get well soon, or something. I thought that would be fun. But as you see, I haven't used them yet. Okay. Put those away. Give me at least some room. Now that gets put away too, and this gets pulled out. Handsome got me this. He loves to get me tools. That's his favorite thing to get me in the craft room. And let's take these off. Sometimes I have a little hard time, like that just turned over, a hard time picking these up. What I try to do is take the backing off, you know, the glue that's on there. I've had it fail on me before. There it goes. And I'm not a fan. This in here is the Gem Tack by Beacon. If you're interested in that, I'm going to try to stay, this might get closer to the camera because I'm having a hard time seeing. So we've got a dot there, a dot here, and a dot here. But the thing is, we have to fill that hole in order to get those to stay. You know what I mean? Let me wipe this off. And I leave this stored upside down because I use it so much. Okay, let's try this one. Oops. I just turned it over. Let's try that one there. Let's try this one here. And this one here. Oh, I've got a little too much glue there. And I'll show you what I do if that happens. Okay. I take my tweezers and, oopsie, stop that moving around you. Okay. And yes, it doesn't dry right away, as you can tell. But, so get it exactly where you want it. It does dry clear, but if you're like me, I don't want any glue showing, you know? Okay, so that's how that one turned out. And just real quick, what was I going to say? I had something on my mind. Yeah. Did I tell you where I got the tiny stencils? Well, they're small, you know, stencils. I got those at Michael's. Remember, I don't do Michael's that much. Excuse me, I don't do them. Michael's is not my favorite store, to be honest. I know some of you all love Michael's, and I understand that. I've got another one to do, but I think time-wise, you all know what I'm doing. The other one is yellow over here. Excuse me, guys. With the lace one, I can go grab that real. Wait a minute, it should be close to me. Yes. When I cover them in the lace, these three guys. That is this one from Hobby Lobby. And I did get it on clearance. I don't know why we took the clearance tag off and left that one, but I got mine on clearance. But you get 10 yards in here, and it's a matter of putting the glue mostly on the thickest section of the lace, and then going around with your scissors and cutting it to fit. But yeah, that's what I've been working on, and I want to thank you all for joining me too. I appreciate that, and I hope you guys have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening. Bye-bye, everybody. Take good care.